it, Keys, today?
Just made plays down the stretch. In the second half, we came out with more intensity, I feel like, than we had in previous games. And we made our free throws. I think that's the difference. We finally finished the second half.
Casey, how much of a boost is that now to come away with a win?
Yeah, that was a huge boost. We just needed something to just kind of kick off a hopeful run that we can make here toward the end of the conference season. I think what was important is that we didn't fold toward the end. I know I made a lot of dumb decisions. I think probably other people thought that they made a lot of dumb decisions there toward the end of the game, but we didn't fold. We just came together, which is a sign of a very mature team, which we're becoming right now.
Did you guys feel any more pressure after Western got a win earlier in the week that, hey, 2 games is now 1 game and we kind of got to really have much more reason to pick it up here?
I don't know if pressure is the word. Sense of urgency for sure. I mean, we've never been in a position where we're fighting to even be in the conference tournament. But what Coach was telling us is we're 1 or 2 games out of last, but we're 1 or 2 games out of 5th too. So we gotta take it one day at a time. Coach preaches the process all the time and just focusing on getting better. And I thought there was no hanging our heads after the IPFW game. The very next day we had practice, we went to work, came together, and we played very loose tonight, I thought, as well.
Troy, is it tough to play loose when you're in the middle of a losing streak and you're playing a decent team? All these potential bad things could happen.
It's not tough. I feel like coaches made us play more relaxed. Don't worry about the past. Just focus on the future and the game that we have in front of us, and just make plays. I feel like every game, like I said earlier, every game we've been in the first half and the second half, we just find a way. We can't find a way to win a game. So I feel like tonight we just all came together, like Casey said. We had a good practice yesterday, and we just pushed for this game and finally got a dub.
Casey, did it feel like you guys were playing more your style, getting to the rim and transition stuff?
Yeah, definitely. And I think our style also is playing together as a team. And look at our balance scoring tonight. I thought that was huge. We had 6 guys in double figures, it looks like. And that's Coyote basketball right there. That's how we play. We don't have, everyone saw the preseason way back when. Preseason, we had nobody on all summer league. So how we're going to win games is together. And we each did our part tonight. That's something that we as a team talked about before the game is just do your part. You don't have to do anything special. Just play sound, play physical, be the aggressors all night long, and we were.
Well, first of all, I thought our team played fantastic. We really played as a team tonight. We were very, very balanced, controlled the whole game. Had a couple iffy moments there late in the first half, but 6 guys in double digits, and almost 7, with Jack having 9. But more than all that, I thought we had defended very well, 37% in the first half, 44 in the second, 41 for the game. We were fouling too much. I mean, Omegano is a heck of a player and goes 13 for 15 from the line. But what a great team effort. We finished possessions. I think they had 4 offensive rebounds in the first roughly 3.5 minutes. And then they had 3 the rest of the game. And that was our second key for the game is we have to finish possessions, which we did. And then we finished the game, making our free throws down the stretch. I think Norris goes 6 for 6. It was Casey Kasperbauer, I think 4 for 4. And Robertson, I think 2 for 2. So we were able to finish them off and get big stops down the stretch.
Was that what you wanted to see? Play more together, play deeper balance, that kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean we're not very deep right now. In particular on the perimeter. Early in the year we weren't great defensively. We have to improve, but we're not the longest team in the world. We're not but offensively it felt like in our rut, we weren't sharing the ball. We weren't moving the ball, getting ball reversals. And I don't know that it was always a conscious thing or unconscious, but we weren't doing it. And then you start incorporating different players. Eric Robertson been playing a lot of 5, but he's more of a 4 on offense. So you stretch the floor, and now you, with the addition of Tyler Flack really starting to play major minutes and Sparks playing more, those are more traditional back to the basket guys for all intents and purposes. So you're kind of incorporating some different things. And let's face it, like when you're playing basketball, lineups matter. There's certain lineups and certain guys that really kind of play well with one another. So you're rediscovering that as well. And so tonight we have 17 assists, 10 points. Norris has a tremendous floor game, 15 points on 5 shots and 8 assists. And so he really delivers the ball in the right places most of the time. So yes, we don't have a guy like Obi Omegano where you can just give him the ball and he goes and makes a play. Last year, Larson and Boss, you can get them the ball and they could do a lot of different things. We have to be a true team where the offense creates offense, not always an individual player creating the offense.
I asked Casey, but he said, I asked if it was if you felt pressure based on what Western did earlier in the week, and he said it was more kind of a sense of urgency rather than pressure being the word. Do you think that was a fair way to look at it?
Yeah, probably. I don't know that our guys, you always, I think Jeremy asked the question two days ago about, the state of the team or whatever it was. And, you always think about it as a coach, like, okay, where are we at mentally? You know what I mean? And we've always been able to find a way to win. And there was a little stretch today where we felt like, oh boy, are we going to, and we did. We found a way to win. But, we told the guys, and people are going to think I'm crazy when I say this, but we weren't that far away the other night. I mean, literally, Landis looked like Jimmer Fredette, and we didn't have an answer. We just didn't have an answer. And we couldn't make a shot. There was still an 8-point game with 10 to play. And we missed wide open shot after wide open shot. Tonight we made them. Casey made some big shots. Burnett got to the rim a few times. Robertson making free throws. Flack's dunk right against the press. And so we were able to capitalize on something. Burnett hits the 3 at the top of the key to extend it to 9, And then we had a little run there where we don't know who we're guarding. So I think they make a 3. Then Norris against the press just throws it right to him. We foul, right? And they make the 2 free. And just like that, it's cut in half. And then we follow Omegano in transition for the and one. I believe it was Omegano. It might have been someone else. But what I'm getting at after this long sentence was our guys had great focus this week. We had 3 really good practices. So it just felt good being around our guys. But the last thing I said, Jeremy, when we left the locker room was go have fun and play free. Just go play. Just go play. And we did that tonight.
Flack, again, foul trouble, which I guess has kind of followed him around, but made the most of his 14 minutes.
We told the guys afterwards, first of all, I thought Hagedorn had a really good game. Made a big 3. We started out slow, kind of just looked slow and just kind of unenergized. I thought Hagedorn made a big 3, and we kind of started. I thought Dan Jeck had his best game he's had in a while. Sticks the 3, couple big finishes down low. He's getting better defensively. I thought those guys kind of really sparked us. Kasserbauer got a couple 3s early. And Flack, scores on the first possession. We run a play for him, gets the little jump hook to go, gets 2 quick fouls. And so we said that to the guys, and it told me, a lot of times when players get 2 quick ones, we came back with them a little bit, just off and on because it keeps them engaged. But when you get 2 quick ones, it's easy to get disengaged because you're sitting, and he did a really good job of staying sharp and staying locked in as to what we were doing. And obviously made a big-time finish that really ignited everybody after they cut it to 2. So he's making progress. He's getting better in practice. You can see him gaining confidence, and you can see him just getting better. So whether that's shaking the rust off, but also just improving daily in our scheme and what we're trying to do.
100 wins, what is that, real quick, what does that tell you? What does that mean?
Well, first of all, and I don't mean to be, but we've had really good players. It's a player's game. You as coaches, you try to put your team into the best position to win, whether it's schematics and all that stuff. But, 3 years at Mayville State and the run we had there. I mean, I can't speak highly enough about our players, the assistant coaches that we had there, for probably the 7th toughest job out of 8 schools to go to a national championship game and an Elite 8 and 3 consecutive national tournaments. You better have some good players to do that, you know, and they just bought in and did everything we could. And at USD, I mean, it was a great run last year. Just the development. It was a really fun group to coach, and you could see these guys starting to flourish and, you know, get better. And certainly, you know, this year's crew has been a little more up and down, so to speak, but you coach great players, you have great coaches around you, great administration, and the head coach gets, I think, way too much credit, you know, when things go good. And when things go bad, they maybe get a little too much blame too, but it's a pretty neat accomplishment. Great people.
Where are you going to end up, like 500, 600?
Well, I don't know. I think I've aged about 10 years over the last 3 weeks, but you know what? Like I always say, coaching beats working for a living. You know what I mean? My dad works. You know, my mom works. You know what I'm saying? And when you're able to go to the office every day, I've never called it work. I always go to the office. When you're able to go recruit and watch 16 to 18-year-old young men in a gym and just sit there and eat popcorn and get some nachos every now and then, that's pretty awesome, you know? And you get the road trips. Now as a head coach, I don't have to drive all the time, so that's nice versus being an assistant. But when you truly get to go to the office every day or the gym every day and work with 18 to 22-year-old guys, men that want to get better, and you can see the improvement, you know, that's what makes it so special. And they keep you young. They keep you on your toes, you know. I'm not sure, sometimes college athletes, I'm not sure there's a lot of difference compared to my 4th grader and 6th grader. I shouldn't say college athletes, sometimes college male athletes, but we're going to do it until they get rid of me.